Uh-huh. Last user, Anna Summers. Intern. Oh, intern. Exterminator automechanical target setting reset success. Finally, you darn thing. Now how do I... Exterminator automechanical target priority Sparts. What? Failed. Invalid parameter. Oh. Oh, come on now. Work with me here. Exterminator automechanical target priority Primeals. Failed. Invalid parameter. Expletive detected. Deleted this thing. Oh, I'll figure this out later. No target priority set in 10 minutes. Auto defaulting to all. I see. This makes a lot of sense. That's why she was getting so worried. This new job makes me miss the long-forsaken nanner peeler picker line and never signed up to deal with gigantic swarms of killer insects. This place is a bad joke. It ain't all that well told. Now the execs are telling me I've got to come in for some kind of medical treatment. Reckon it'll be safer to take a dive off the side of this floating planetoid. Won't be anything good, whatever's waiting for me. Well, anyway. Let's go ahead and recall the Exterminator Automex, please. There we go.
Here we go. Hold up. We're still alive.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Well. What do we have here? Okay. Let's go ahead and find out. What was Helen doing here? Looking for something, maybe? The shaft of the toss ball stick is bent and cracked, exceeding toss ball regulation requirements. The end of the toss...
Wicker detected, embedded within the chunks of dark matter. Wicker is not a known ingredient of the dark matter product.
Okay, let's examine it further. Looks as if someone used this toss ball stick to completely obliterate a picnic basket. Maybe it's some kind of upper-class mating ritual.
The only members of a tossball team strong enough to crack a stick in two are the dedicated hackers, like Black Hole Birdie. Whatever Ms. Ruth Bellamy must have relayed to the tossball hacker during their picnic together instigated a furious increase in his usual strength threshold by 52%.
That's how breakups go some of the time. Or all of the time, for some of us.
Well, I wouldn't know anything about that. This seems to be a key card for the Rizzo's Research and Development District Labs. If you are reading this warning anywhere other than the RR&DD Labs, please return it to the RR&DD Labs for an only moderate extreme pay deduction and a mild reduction of working fingers. It's a good thing we don't work for Rizzo's, eh, boys?
What kind of insanity is waiting inside the lab for us, I wonder? We've not had the best of luck when exploring laboratories.
I'm sure it'll be fun, Vicar. I mean...
Hello?
What's the...
I can hear you out there.
What?
If you still possess the majority of your mental capacities, please locate the test room through the lobby and to the left. You'll see me through the glass.
Oh.
How in the aether did you get in here? You're not a Rizzo's authorized.
Well,
At all. What does it even matter now? What do you want? Speak up and quickly if you will.
I'm investigating Halcyon Helen's murder. Was she here recently?
You do know that Halcyon Helen is a fictional character portrayed by the late actress Ruth Bellamy, yes? One can't be too sure with so many simpletons around in the day-to-day. Regardless, I am not at liberty to divulge such information with non-employees or personnel lacking security clearance level Spectrum Orange. Of course, If you were to say, contract your services to me, I suppose I could grant you clearance enough to answer your murder-related questions, Mr. Inspector. You see, I've found myself in a bit of a pickle. Some of my lab techs have turned rather aggressive following a recent experiment gone awry. Hence why I've barricaded myself in the lab.
Now, what would go on in these labs that would turn your researchers against you?
Oh no. They're quite unaware of their actions, I'm afraid. We're a research and development branch of Rizzo's, focused primarily on the Spectrum vodka line. But the specific research that goes on in this facility is utterly confidential. You understand?
Sure, but I'll find out when I hunt through the labs, so you might as well tell me up front.
So you've no qualms about snooping through my precious research files. But will you
Nope.
understand the data once you've acquired it? Essentially,
Well,
we research new innovations for an array of Rizzo's products. My present troubles stem from one we've just developed. The product's potential for profit is nearly limitless. But I'm afraid explaining the science behind it would far exceed your capability for understanding.
I see. Well, Doctor, any thoughts on what it could be?
If it's causing sudden aggressive behavior in lab technicians, there must be a fast-acting neurological agent of some kind.
I've underestimated you. Yes, it seems to be an adverse effect of several organisms attaching to a subject. Quite unnerving.
So there isn't anything you can do to help?
Yes. I suppose I should make myself useful. Let me think. I know. I can remotely unlock the supply closets in the lower levels of the lab. Perhaps you'll find some useful apparatus or two in them.
Alright, fine, I can take care of your problem, but I'll need you to answer some questions afterward.
Excellent. You have my gratitude, and soon you'll have my knowledge of Miss Bellamy's recent visit as well. Now, if you'd rather not kill my lab techs during this cleanup, I believe you can dispense a sedative gas from a terminal in the utility room.
Your call, Captain. I don't know if the lab techs can even be helped at this point.
The door to the lower labs is sealed for our safety, so you'll need to take the elevator down. I'll unseal the access hallway for you now. Do take care.
See ya, Doctor.
Go! Smile, damn you! Got him! Trying to infect me with your sorrow? I just want to be your friend!
Alright, here we go. And... gas dispensed. Employees dealt with.
It would seem the erratic footsteps of my pacing delirious employees have ceased. So I presume the sedative works. Please return for consultation at once. And do remember, unauthorized access to confidential Rizzo's information is a capital offense.
I hear you, Doc, loud and clear. Don't worry about it.
Just who in the... Oh my law. It's you. Wait.
Hello.
What do you think you're...
Wait, what?
We better hurry, Captain.
What was that?
Just when we were gonna get some answers.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
What happened here?
Confirmation of discrepancy confirmed. This person is most definitely dead. But recently, they were still alive.
Right. Well, let's go examine the body. I'm sure I heard gunshots earlier, but this victim's loss of blood is oddly minimal.
These puncture marks. It looks like she was injected with something.
Let me search the immediate area. Although I distinctly remember hearing gunshots over the intercom, there are no bullet casings. Whoever Dr. Blossom confronted over the intercom, they dispatched her and all four of these scientists without much resistance. It means they must be well trained, some kind of sharpshooter or adventurer.
Did the device find anything? Besides the obvious, I mean.
5 kills in and out before we could catch a glimpse of the culprit. I'd expect more blood.
As would I. Something is off about this whole situation.
Yeah. Got a bad feeling about this. What's this? View download confirmation. Error. File deleted. Was successfully downloaded to external data... What?
Why do I get the distinct impression someone's trying to stop us?
Well, it wouldn't be the first time.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Hey, it's this.
Body heat readings indicate that the culprit was just here, mere moments earlier in the timeline.
And we missed him. Damn it. Alright. Let's see what we can find by examining the grate. I can gauge that this vent probably isn't supposed to be gaping open, but beyond that, it's difficult to tell if someone used it to enter the lab or to escape from it. Seems daring either way, and fun, if a little scary, like something a character in a serial adventure might do. And the fuse box? Well, there's a cut wire in the box. Someone wanted the power cut to something, but I'm not quite sure what. Okay, well... Yes, I see.
Attention all personnel. Unscheduled pollination cycle is about to commence. Please evacuate the orchards at this time.
What?
Do you hear buzzing?
No?
Here they come.
Nice one!
Can hear the buzzing. I can hear it now. Careful.
Everyone all right?
Stupid thing. Who released these damn things? Huh? Okay.
Nice one, Captain.
Get him off, get him off.
In the event you become trapped in a space with one or more waspitos, try
Timeline
standing
discrepancy
still.
detected nearby.
Just kidding. You die long before a waspito grew tired of stinging you.
Good to know. What? Hello?
You got him!
I think we're out of our depth here.
I can't hear you!
No! Please.
Nice hit.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Okay. There we go. Abort. Recall and don't do that ever again, please. Now, what's this about a timeline discrepancy? Oh, there's a multi-purpose tool here. One that would be nondescript anywhere else. But here, there's something strange about it. Let me inspect the casing. The casing is pockmarked and scratched. It's been well used. I also notice an inch-long steel panel haphazardly nailed into its side. Maybe I can construct a lever to remove the panel. I collect a nearby rod of metal and, sliding it beneath the panel, push down on it until the panel comes free. As it falls away, I see that it was hiding a S.L.U.G logo. Let me scan the chemical makeup of the multi-tool.
Tool is comprised of 99% plastic, 0.5% steel, and 0.5% carbonated sugary beverage. Trace amounts of
What?
kerosene, alcohol, hydrazine, and liquid hydrogen also detected.
I'd recognize that mix of chemicals anywhere. It's rocket propellant. This tool must have previously been used somewhere involved in refueling ships.
What have we found?
It's likely that whoever released the mosquitoes was a S.L.U.G employee.
Does that mean we can toss them over the side of the complex when we find them?
There were fuel traces on the multi-tool. Could be from the docks or distillation station.
Huh. Wonder why someone would leave it here.
Yes, that is the interesting part, isn't it? Was this left on purpose or by accident? What do we have here?
Analysis. This discarded canister is typical of the R-mounted storage tanks on the Orchard's agricultural mechanicals. However, it is not currently attached to a mechanical. This canister contains a high amount of vinegar in addition to water. Warning. Use of vinegar, a known herbicide on purpleberry saplings, is a violation of Rizzo's agricultural standards.
Now let me initiate a deeper chemical analysis.
Chemical makeup of substance. 50% water, 50% vinegar. Trace amounts of woolly cow feces also detected.
The feces in this canister was likely used as a liquid fertilizer for these saplings. By the readout, it seems the fertilizer has been here approximately as long as the vinegar. Amplifier, where are these canisters usually kept?
These canisters can typically be found in the nursery storage building in the Purpleberry Orchards, except for this one, which can be found here.
Evidently, yes. Interesting.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
What do we have here?
This console is 95% non-functional. Remaining 5% functionality stems from display reading console non-functional. Cause of shortout is most likely related to purple residue splattered all across the keyboard.
Let's perform a chemical analysis.
Substance contains trace amounts of purple berries, fruit flavors, and artificial sweeteners number 35, number 49, number 240, number 322, number 314, and many, many others.
I see. Let's inspect the console. It looks like several of the electrical panels were removed, then fastened back into place. Poorly. Let's taste the residue.
You've got to be doing this just to mess with me.
What? Look, it's super sugary with the sweet tang of purpleberry and a bunch of other tropical flavors all mixed together. It meshes well with the faint flavor of oil. So, don't judge. It's called investigating.
Back again, eh? I knew you couldn't resist my charms for long. Let me know if there's anything I can help you with. Unless you already have, and I've forgotten. In which case, I probably won't forget a second time.
Alright, well, help me out here. Help me out with this. Seems a bunch of our exterminator automechs were on the warpath. Do you know anything about that?
Well, yes. The orchards are becoming overrun with pests. Usually we give workers handguns and tell them to go to town, which results in many injured workers and a few dead sprats. Our exterminator automechs only kill mosquitoes, and even then, only if an exec somehow ended up in the orchards during a pollinization cycle. So I decided to do some reprogramming. The reprogramming was easy until I locked myself out of the terminal. Then, when I was running away from the bots, I dropped the terminal access card somewhere in the orchards.
And bots were shooting anything larger than a mosquito. Must have not recalibrated the targets.
Believe me, I know that now. Guess I did sort of mess that one up.
Now, I also found a toxic mix of fertilizer and weed killer on some purpleberry saplings. Thoughts?
Why should weed killer affect saplings? Weed killer. It's in the name. It should kill only weeds. That really seems like it's more on product design than on me.
Right. I also found a strange substance on the processing console. Does that have something to do with you?
Well, maybe. I might have had a supersized cup of mixed purpleberry punch and lemon slap that I might have knocked over when I was running routine diagnostics. Look, I know what you're thinking, but I have the proper permit to mix those drinks. I just left it in my other work uniform.
Unfortunately, our daily behavior is filled with such inanity the truest alibis often sound the weakest.
Hey, we have a lot of uniforms. It's hard keeping track of all your belongings.
So, did you dump the drink before or after you removed the console's control panel cover?
How did you notice? The diagnostic normally takes hours, and that's only if humidity's low. I wanted to take the initiative to try and make it faster. Laws of life. I really did think I was doing good by the orchards, but with all that you've told me, it sounds like I've done much more harm. I know it's a lot to ask, but is there a chance you could vouch for me to my boss? It might not seem like it, but I've been trying to take the initiative. I really do want to help.
I don't know. Wouldn't that enable you to screw up even more?
Well, it could, but not if I'm given proper supervision. Everyone has to learn somehow, right? I guess I'm not sure what more to say. I suppose I just hope you'll make the right decision. If not for me, then for the rest of the Rizzo's workers.
You're back, I see. Glad S.L.U.G hasn't managed to scare you off.
I think it's more of a wonder that nothing in these law-forsaken orchards has managed to kill them.
How's the investigation going? You got a complete report for me yet?
As complete as it can be, I think.
Alright, let's hear the details.
Well, I took care of the roaming exterminator automex.
Huh. You didn't destroy any of them? Reckon I would have lost that bet. Thanks.
One less expense for you to explain to your bosses, Hathaway. Lucky you.
So what were the fine details of the sabotage anyhow? Were S.L.U.G's lackeys trying to get the mechanicals to kill all our waspitos?
I guess you could say that. They were really just trying to kill everything.
Reckon they've got something in common with the waspitos then. Probably why S.L.U.G just set the mechanicals to attack everything. Eventually, they'd kill our pollinizers.
In your delusional fantasy, the waspitos wouldn't be out until next pollinization cycle. Wouldn't someone notice the rampant mechanicals beforehand?
That seems like a question you should be asking yourself.
Well, is there a way to manually initiate a pollinization cycle?
Well, yes, it's possible to manually start and end cycles in Hive Control, but we keep a careful watch on it. And there have been no non-Rizzo's personnel in or out.
Stop wasting everyone's time, Hathaway. What you're proposing is infinitely less likely than an idiot maneuver by one of your incompetent workers. I won't hear any further slander.
Well, I found some herbicide mixed in with the fertilizer, which ended up killing the saplings.
Ha! Knew S.L.U.G was behind the damn sabotage.
Please. We're subtle, but that's too subtle. If we wanted to destroy your saplings, you'd have known them by the blackened remnants of their stems, not some half-assed poisoning.
Yes, also, a drink was spilled over the processing console, shorting it out.
A drink? I ain't ever heard of no saboteur dumping drinks all over equipment to destroy it. I hate to say it, but that sounds more like worker carelessness.
How many times do I have to tell you this, old man? S.L.U.G isn't behind your problems. S.L.U.G wouldn't even need to cause you problems. Your own workers do enough. Let's go through this one final time so even you can't confuse it, Hathaway. S.L.U.G didn't do a damn thing to your orchards. You're chasing ghosts.
Talk about ghosts all you like, but someone was screwing with my orchards. If it wasn't S.L.U.G, then who the hell was it?
Well, it was... it was your intern, Anna Summers. But she didn't do it on purpose.
Summers? The intern? I didn't really take her for a meddlesome type. But now that I think about it, that's why she'd be a perfect saboteur. I'll deal with her later. Right now, we of the Orchards have to settle things with S.L.U.G. I reckon that you're about as impartial a third party as we're gonna get. Can you mediate?
Ah, what the hell. The Orchardist seems to get off on complicating what should be a simple deal, but at this point, I just want to be paid and go. The pollen in the air is agitating.
Look, Rizzo's will have bits to spare after the Brown unveiling. You could pay then, with interest.
Never like paying bits if I ain't gotta, but you're right. If we get production finished now, we'll be able to pay later. Thoughts, Slug Boy?
I think that's the first interesting suggestion I've heard since our back and forth began. S.L.U.G can wait for an increase in costs. I hope we won't have this conversation again.
Now that that's out of the way, we can discuss the intern. If she was really causing all that trouble, I will delight in severing her from her job.
Well, she has confessed to being inept. It honestly seems like she just wants to help.
Even if I were inclined to believe you, that's some damn severe incompetence you're talking about. I still wouldn't want someone like that working the Orchards.
Well, perhaps you could be of use to each other.
What the hell are you proposing? Let her burn the Orchards down while I stand behind her and applaud? We ain't got nothing to exchange.
She's an earnest worker. I bet she could do an excellent job with your guidance.
She wants to help, does she? You know what? I'll call your bluff. She can keep at it with close supervision, but if she screws up even once, she's out. Here's your pay, with a little extra for getting to the bottom of things. It's gonna be real interesting in the Orchards for the foreseeable future. Thanks, I guess.
See ya.